The air in the cargo bay smelled like metal and fear. Captain Theclon walked between the cages, checking his new goods. His 4 eyes moved quickly over each prisoner. Some were tall blue creatures from the ice worlds. Others had thick gray skin and sharp teeth. But the small pale ones in the corner cage caught his attention. "What are these?" he asked his assistant, pointing at the cage with his long finger. "Humans, Captain," the assistant replied. "From the 3rd planet in the Sol system, very rare. The trader said they are good workers when trained properly." Theclon looked closer at the cage. Inside were 5 small humans. 2 of them were very young, a boy and a girl who looked like brother and sister. The boy had dark hair and held the girl close to him. She was crying softly. The other 3 humans were older but still young. "How much did we pay for them?" Theclon asked. 2,000 credits each, Captain. The trader said humans are becoming popular as pets for rich families. They are smart enough to follow orders but not smart enough to cause trouble. The captain nodded. This was good business. He had bought slaves from many worlds, but humans were new to the market. If they sold well, he could make more trips to Earth. "Put them in the clean section," he ordered. Rich buyers want their goods to look healthy. Across the trade station, Dae-hyun was having a bad day. As Earth's diplomatic representative, he spent most of his time dealing with paperwork and trade agreements. The galactic government treated Earth like a small, unimportant world. They gave humans basic trading rights, but nothing more. Dae-hyun walked through the market section of the station. He was looking for information about missing colonists. 3 human settlements had gone quiet in the past month. Earth Command wanted to know what happened. The market was busy and loud. Aliens of many types bought and sold goods from across the galaxy. Dae-hyun had seen this place many times, but today something felt wrong. He heard crying that sounded familiar. He followed the sound through the crowd. The crying was coming from the slave market section. Dae-hyun usually avoided this area. Slavery was legal in most of the galaxy, but it made him uncomfortable. Earth had gotten rid of slavery long ago. The crying got louder. It sounded like a child, a human child. Dae-hyun's heart started beating faster. He pushed through the crowd until he saw them. In a metal cage, 5 humans sat on the floor. 2 were children. The little girl was crying while her brother tried to comfort her. "No," Dae-hyun whispered. "This cannot be real." He ran to the cage and dropped to his knees. The children looked at him with hope in their eyes. "Are you here to take us home?" the boy asked in Korean. "What are your names?" Dae-hyun asked, also speaking Korean. "I am Jinho," the boy said. "This is my sister Sumin. Bad aliens took us from our house. They took our parents too, but we do not know where they are." Sumin reached through the bars toward Dae-hyun. "I want to go home," she cried. Dae-hyun felt sick. These were human children. Someone had taken them from Earth and was selling them like animals. He stood up and looked for the slave dealer. "You there," he called to a tall alien with purple skin. "Where did you get these humans?" The alien looked at him with interest. "You want to buy?" "These are very good quality. Young and healthy. They will live for many years." "I am not buying anything," Dae-hyun said, trying to stay calm. "I am a representative of Earth. These are my people. You must release them immediately." The alien laughed. "Your people? These are legal goods bought from licensed traders. You cannot take them. They are children," Dae-hyun shouted. "They are not goods." Other aliens in the market started to watch. Some looked confused. Others seemed amused. "Look at the papers," the dealer said, showing Dae-hyun a datapad. "Everything is legal. Humans are listed as non-sentient species. They can be traded like any other animal." Dae-hyun read the galactic law on the pad. His hands shook as he saw the truth. According to galactic law, humans were classified as primitive life forms with limited intelligence. They had no rights. They could be bought, sold, and owned. "This is wrong," he said. "We are sentient. We have language, culture, technology. We are members of the galactic community." "You have basic technology," the dealer replied. "But your species is young and simple. These laws protect primitive species from being hurt by advanced civilizations. It is better for them to be cared for by superior beings." Dae-hyun looked back at the children. Jinho was glaring at the alien dealer with pure hate. Sumin was still crying. The other humans in the cage looked hopeless. "How much?" Dae-hyun asked. "You want to buy them?" The dealer seemed surprised. "How much for all 5? 10,000 credits total. But you must understand, once you buy them, they are your property. You cannot just let them go. That would be waste of resources." Dae-hyun transferred the money from his emergency account. He did not care about the law. He could not leave these children here. The cage will be delivered to your ship in 1 hour, the dealer said. Pleasure doing business. As soon as the dealer walked away, Dae-hyun activated his emergency communicator. This was a direct line to Earth Command that was only supposed to be used in the worst situations. Command, this is Dae-hyun. Emergency code red? I repeat, emergency code red. What is your status? Came the reply. They are selling us, Dae-hyun said, his voice shaking. Aliens are taking humans from Earth and selling them as slaves. I have 5 humans here, including children. Command, they have classified us as non-sentient animals. There was a long silence. Are you certain? The voice asked. I am looking at human children in a cage right now. Someone raided our colonies and sold our people like livestock. Understood. Do not take any action that might reveal our true capabilities. Maintain your cover as a primitive species representative. We are sending help. Dae-hyun ended the transmission and looked back at the children. Jin-ho was watching him carefully. You are going to help us? The boy asked. Yes, Dae-hyun promised, but I need you to be brave a little longer. Help is coming. What Dae-hyun did not know was that Earth had been preparing for this day for many years. Hidden in the outer solar system, ships waited in silence. On Luna Base, secret facilities housed weapons that could destroy worlds. Earth's simple appearance was a lie designed to protect humanity, while they learned about their galactic neighbors. The discovery of human children in alien cages would change everything. The galaxy was about to learn what humans were really capable of when their young ones were threatened. But for now, Dae-hyun sat next to a cage holding human children and waited for rescue to arrive. He promised himself that whoever was responsible for this would pay dearly. Admiral Kyung-soo was drinking coffee when the emergency message arrived. The red light on his desk started flashing and all the screens in his office went dark. Only one message appeared. Code red, children taken. He set down his coffee cup and pressed his hand on the scanner. The room around him changed completely. The walls slid away to show the real command center hidden behind them. Dozens of screens came alive showing ships, weapons, and data from across the galaxy. Sir? His assistant Hae-won said as she ran into the room. The message came from the trade station. Our people are being sold as slaves. Kyung-soo read the full report on his main screen. His face grew dark as he saw the details. Human children in cages, classified as animals, sold to the highest bidder. How many people know about this? He asked. Just the 3 of us so far. Dae-hyun, you and me. He followed protocol perfectly. Kyung-soo nodded. For 30 years, Earth had been playing a dangerous game. They pretended to be a simple, weak species while secretly building the most advanced military in the galaxy. Every human in space was either a spy or a soldier. Every trade ship carried hidden weapons. Every diplomatic meeting gathered intelligence. The plan was to stay hidden until Earth was strong enough to defend itself. But now aliens had crossed the line that could never be uncrossed. They had taken human children. Contact the Shadow Council, Kyung-soo ordered. Emergency meeting in 10 minutes. Hae-won's fingers moved quickly across her controls. Across Earth and Luna Base, 12 of the most powerful people in human space received the same message. Within minutes, their faces appeared on screens around the room. Council members, Kyung-soo began. Aliens have captured and enslaved human children. They are being sold in open markets. The galaxy has classified humanity as non-sentient animals. The faces on the screen showed shock, then anger. How is this possible? Asked General Yoon Seo from Mars Base. Our diplomatic strategy worked too well, replied Dr. Sang-ho from the research station. We convinced them we are primitive. Now they treat us like pets. Where are the children now? Asked Commander Woo Jin. 5 are secured by Dae-hyun at the trade station. But intelligence suggests there may be hundreds more scattered across alien space. The room fell silent. Everyone understood what this meant. The secret was about to come out. The galaxy would learn what humans really were. What are our options? Asked Captain Hyojin. Kyung-soo pulled up a star map. Option 1, we continue the charade. We file diplomatic protests and beg the aliens to return our people. This will save maybe a few humans, but leave the rest in slavery forever. Red dots appeared on the map showing human positions throughout the galaxy. Option 2. We reveal our true capabilities and take our people back by force. This means war with half the galaxy. The dots on the map changed to show hidden human ships and bases. There were hundreds of them. There is a third option, said Dr. Hae-won quietly. We show them just enough of our real power to make them understand they made a mistake. We rescue our people and then negotiate from a position of strength. General Yunseo leaned forward. You mean we let them see some of our toys but keep the really dangerous stuff hidden? Exactly. We have been studying alien psychology for decades. Most species respond to displays of superior technology. If we show them something they cannot understand or counter, they will respect us. Admiral Kyung-soo considered this. What about the children? How do we get them back safely? Captain Tae-jun is already loading his team onto the Silent Thunder, Commander Woo-jin reported. They can reach the trade station in 6 hours using the quantum drive. The Silent Thunder is still invisible to alien sensors? Kyung-soo asked, completely. They have no idea we can move faster than light without using their jump gates. Our stealth technology is 50 years ahead of anything they have. Good. Tae-jun will handle the immediate rescue. But we need to think bigger. If there are hundreds of humans in slavery, we need to find them all. Dr. Sang-ho brought up another display. Our spy network can locate most of them within 48 hours. Every human in space has been sending coded reports for years. We know where the major slave markets are. What about retaliation? Asked Captain Hyojin. When we start rescuing people, the aliens will try to stop us. Let them try, General Yunseo said with a cold smile. Our ships can take on entire fleets. Our weapons can disable planets. They have no idea what they are dealing with. Admiral Kyung-soo stood up. Council members, I am authorizing Operation Awakening. We will rescue every human in alien space and show the galaxy that we are not animals to be caged. What about the long-term consequences? Dr. Haewon asked. Once they know we have been lying about our capabilities, everything changes. Everything was going to change anyway, Kyung-soo replied. We always knew this day would come. We hoped to choose the timing, but the aliens chose it for us when they took our children. One by one, the council members gave their approval. Operation Awakening was now active. General Yunseo began moving our hidden fleets into position. Commander Woo-jin, activate all sleeper agents and begin intelligence gathering. Dr. Sang-ho, prepare our technology demonstrations. Captain Hyojin, ready the Special Forces teams. What about Ambassador Minji at the Galactic Council? Asked Dr. Haewon. She continues playing her role for now. When the time comes, she will deliver our message to the galaxy. But first we get our people back. As the council meeting ended, Admiral Kyung-soo looked at the picture on his desk. It showed him with his own daughter when she was young. The thought of alien hands on human children filled him with rage. He opened a secure channel to Captain Tae-jun, who was already in space aboard the Silent Thunder. Captain, this is Admiral Kyung-soo. Your mission has changed. You are no longer just rescuing 5 humans. You are beginning the operation that will reshape the galaxy. Understood, sir. What are my new orders? Rescue our people. Show the aliens what happens when they cage human children. Make them understand they have made the biggest mistake in galactic history. It will be my pleasure, sir. The channel closed. Kyung-soo looked out at the stars through his window. Somewhere out there, human children were crying in alien cages. In a few hours, the galaxy would begin to learn what humanity was really capable of when their young were threatened. The age of hiding was over. The age of reckoning was about to begin. On trade stations and planets across the galaxy, aliens went about their normal business. They had no idea that their entire civilization was about to change forever. They had caged the wrong species' children. Soon they would understand the true meaning of human fury. The Silent Thunder moved through space like a ghost. Captain Tae-jun watched the trade station grow larger on his screens. To alien sensors, his ship did not exist. Human stealth technology was decades ahead of anything the galaxy had ever seen. Captain, his weapons specialist Jamin reported, I count 47 ships docked at the station. Most are civilian traders, but there are 3 Vextari warships. They will not be a problem, Tae-jun replied. Bora, what do you see on the station's internal systems? Bora's fingers danced across her computer controls. She was the best tech expert in the human fleet. I am inside their main computer, Captain. Security is a joke. I can see everything they see. Where are our people? Docking Bay 7. 5 humans in a transport cage, just like Dae-hyun reported. But Captain, I found something else. The station's slave market records show humans being sold for the past 6 months. Dozens of them. Tae-jun's jaw tightened. Where did they go? All over the galaxy. Rich families, work camps, fighting arenas. Captain, they have been hunting us like animals. Not anymore, Jamin said quietly. After today they will learn what it means to be hunted. The Silent Thunder docked at the station without anyone knowing. The docking computer simply recorded a scheduled maintenance check. Bora had created the false record hours ago. Remember, Taejun told his team as they prepared to leave the ship, we are still officially a primitive species. Use only basic weapons in public areas. Save the advanced equipment for emergencies. The team moved through the station like tourists. Their human appearance drew some curious looks but no suspicion. Aliens saw humans as harmless creatures. Daehyun was waiting in docking bay 7 with the 5 rescued humans. Jinho and Sumin were holding hands tightly. The other 3 humans looked scared but hopeful. Captain Taejun, Daehyun said quietly. Thank you for coming so quickly. Are you all right? Taejun asked the children in Korean. Jinho nodded. We are scared, but we are not hurt. The man here protected us. You are safe now, Taejun promised. We are taking you home. What about our parents? Sumin asked with tears in her eyes. The bad aliens took them too. Taejun knelt down to her level. We will find them. I promise you we will find every human who was taken. As his team prepared to transport the rescued humans to the Silent Thunder, Bora made a discovery that changed everything. Captain, you need to see this, she said, showing him her portable computer. I found the trader records. The Vextari have been raiding human colonies for months. They take only the young and healthy ones. How many? Taejun asked. At least 300 humans have been sold through this station alone, and this is just one station. There are dozens of others. Taejun felt cold anger building inside him. 300 humans. Men, women, children, all sold like livestock. Where are they now? Bora pulled up a map showing trade routes across the galaxy. Scattered everywhere. Some went to the core worlds as servants. Others went to mining colonies as workers. The children? She paused. Tell me. Many of the children went to research facilities. Rich aliens buy human children as study subjects. They want to understand how human brains work. Jaemin's hand moved to his weapon. They are experimenting on our children? Not anymore, Taejun said. Bora, download everything. Every record, every trade route, every buyer. We are going to visit them all. While Bora worked, the team moved the rescued humans onto the Silent Thunder. The children seemed amazed by the advanced technology they saw inside the ship. This does not look like human technology, Jinho observed. What makes you say that? Taejun asked. The alien said humans are primitive, but this ship is more advanced than anything I saw on the station. Taejun smiled. You are a smart boy. Yes, we have better technology than the aliens know. We have been keeping it secret. Why? Because sometimes it is better to let your enemies think you are weak. That way they tell you all their secrets. The Silent Thunder left the station as quietly as it had arrived, but this time it was not going home. Bora had found the locations of 17 other human captives in the same system. First stop, she announced. The pleasure moon of Hextara. Records show 6 human women being held there as entertainment slaves. The rescue on Hextara was swift and brutal. Taejun's team moved through the entertainment complex like shadows. The aliens never saw them coming. One moment the humans were locked in holding cells, the next they were free. The rescued women told horrifying stories. They had been taken from a farming colony and forced to work as dancers and servants. Some had been there for months. How many more places like this? One of the women asked. Too many, Taejun replied. But we are going to visit every single one. The next stop was a mining station in the asteroid belt. 8 human men were being used as workers in dangerous mining tunnels. The station's security tried to stop the rescue team, but they had never seen weapons like the ones Jaemin carried. The mining station's communications went dead before anyone could call for help. Bora made sure of that. Who are you people? One of the miners asked as they were led to safety. We are the ones who come when humans are taken, Jaemin replied. News of the disappearing slave operations began to spread through the criminal underground. Traders started finding their human cargo gone and their guards unconscious. Security systems failed without warning. Ships vanished from sensor displays. On the trade station where it all began, Captain Theclon was getting worried reports from his business partners. Something is wrong, his assistant told him. 3 of our best customers have gone silent. The Pleasure Moon, the mining station, and the research facility on Kreldar. Send scouts to check on them, Theclon ordered. The scouts found empty facilities and confused aliens who remembered selling humans but could not explain where the humans had gone. Security recordings showed nothing. It was as if the humans had simply vanished. "This is impossible," Teclon said as he watched the reports. "Humans are primitive. They do not have technology to do this." But across the galaxy, more human slaves were disappearing. Commander Wu Jin had launched similar operations with different teams. The Shadow Council's spy network was providing targets faster than the rescue teams could reach them. In the research facility on Kreldar, alien scientists made a disturbing discovery. The human children they had been studying were gone, but their research notes remained. Someone had read everything they had learned about human biology and psychology. "Whoever took them knew exactly what we were doing," the head scientist reported to his superiors. "They moved through our facility like they had been planning this for years." "That is impossible," his superior replied. "We have only been studying humans for 6 months. Then how did they know our security codes? How did they disable our alarms? And why did they take our research data?" The aliens had no answers. They did not know that humans had been watching them since the first day they entered galactic space. Every computer system, every communication network, every security protocol had been quietly studied and mapped. The rescue operations continued for 2 weeks. Each mission revealed more horrors and more human captives. But it also revealed something else. The aliens were starting to realize that humans were not what they seemed. On Luna Base, Admiral Kyung-soo watched the reports with satisfaction. The first phase of Operation Awakening was working perfectly. They were rescuing their people and gathering intelligence about alien capabilities. But more importantly, they were sending a message. The galaxy was learning that humans were not helpless animals to be caged and sold. Soon it would be time for the second phase. The galaxy would learn what humans were really capable of when their children were threatened. The hunt was just beginning. Ambassador Minji walked into the Galactic Council chambers like she did every week. Her simple clothes and nervous manner made her look like exactly what the aliens expected. A representative from a primitive world trying to understand galactic politics. For 3 years, she had played this role perfectly. She asked basic questions, seemed confused by simple concepts, and always deferred to the superior wisdom of advanced species. The other ambassadors treated her like a child who was trying to sit at the adult table. Today would be different. "The Council recognizes the representative from Earth," announced Counselor Zixtar, the leader of the galactic government. His tone suggested he was doing Minji a great favor by letting her speak. Minji stood up slowly, her hands shaking as if she was nervous. "Honored counselors, I come before you today with a matter of great importance to my people." Several alien ambassadors smiled. The human representative always thought her simple problems were important. "Speak quickly," Zixtar said impatiently. "The council has serious matters to discuss today." "My people have been taken," Minji said, her voice small and frightened. "Human children have been captured and sold in slave markets. We ask for your help in getting them back." The chamber erupted in laughter. Ambassador Velcrix of the hegemony spoke first. "Slave markets? Humans are not slaves. They are livestock. There is a difference. But we are sentient beings," Minji protested. "We have language, culture, technology." "Primitive technology," corrected Ambassador Throcknall. "Your species barely understands spaceflight. You are like clever pets who have learned to speak." "The law is clear," Zixtar announced. "Species that cannot defend themselves are classified as non-sentient for their own protection. This prevents them from being harmed by superior civilizations." Minji's acting was perfect. She looked confused and hurt. "But our children are crying in cages. Surely that proves we feel pain and fear just like you." "Many animals cry," Velcrix replied dismissively. "It does not make them equal to advanced species. Be grateful that the law protects your people from worse fates." "Perhaps we could purchase some humans as pets for our own worlds," suggested Ambassador Grixmole. They seemed quite entertaining. More laughter filled the chamber. Minji stood there looking helpless as dozens of alien species discussed humans like they were talking about buying pets from a store. "The council has spoken," Zixtar declared. "Earth has no legal standing to make demands regarding the trade of humans. Your species is protected by the Non-Sentient Species Protection Act. Be thankful for our wisdom." Minji nodded sadly and began to sit down. Then she stopped. Counselor Zixtar, she said, her voice suddenly different. Before I accept your judgment, may I show the council something? The change in her tone made several ambassadors look up with interest. The nervous, primitive human had vanished. In her place stood someone who looked confident and dangerous. What could you possibly show us? Zixtar asked, annoyed. Minji reached into her bag and pulled out a small device. I would like to present evidence of my species' technological capabilities. We know your technology, Velcrick said with contempt. Chemical rockets and basic computers. Child's toys compared to our achievements. Minji pressed a button on her device. The chamber's lights dimmed, and a holographic display appeared above the council floor. The aliens gasped. Holographic projection of this quality was advanced technology that only a few species possessed. This is impossible, Throcknall whispered. Humans do not have holographic capabilities. Watch, Minji said simply. The hologram showed space above Earth. At first, it looked empty except for the small space stations the aliens knew about. Then the view changed and the chamber fell silent. Hundreds of ships appeared. Massive battleships with sleek designs unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Space stations the size of moons orbited hidden behind advanced cloaking fields. Weapons platforms that looked like they could destroy planets hung in the void. This is your space? Zixtar asked, his voice shaking. This is our home defense fleet, Minji replied calmly. We have been building it while you thought we were primitive. The hologram changed again. Now it showed human ships moving faster than light without using jump gates. It showed weapons that could slice through alien battleships like paper. It showed technology that was decades ahead of anything the Council possessed. How long have you had these capabilities? Velcrick demanded. Longer than you might think, Minji said. We have been watching you. Learning about you. Preparing for the day when we would need to defend ourselves. But your diplomatic reports, Grixmal protested. Your trade requests. Everything suggested you were barely capable of spaceflight. Yes, it did, Minji agreed. We wanted you to think that. It made it easier to study you without being seen as a threat. The hologram shifted to show recordings from across the galaxy. Human rescue teams moving through alien facilities like ghosts. Ships appearing from nowhere to free human captives. Technology that made alien security systems useless. You have been lying to us for years, Zixtar accused. We have been protecting ourselves, Minji corrected. We learned early that the galaxy judges species by their apparent strength. We chose to appear weak while becoming strong. But why reveal yourselves now? Asked Ambassador Krelvat. Minji's face hardened. Because you made one mistake that we cannot forgive. You took our children. The hologram now showed the rescued human children. Jinho and Sumin appeared, along with dozens of other young humans who had been freed from alien captivity. You classified us as animals so you could cage our young ones, Minji continued. You experimented on them. You sold them as entertainment. You used them as slaves in dangerous work. The chamber was completely silent. Every alien representative was staring at the evidence of human technological superiority. There is something else you should know, Minji said. While you have been dismissing us as primitive, we have been inside your computer systems, your communication networks, your defense grids, your financial systems. She pressed another button. Every screen in the council chamber came alive with data. Banking records, military communications, secret government files, all of it flowing past alien eyes. We know everything about you, Minji announced. Your weaknesses, your fears, your military capabilities. For 3 years we have been preparing for this moment. Counselor Zixtar tried to activate his security systems, but nothing responded. What have you done? We have been in control of your system since the day I arrived, Minji explained. Every decision you made we knew about before you announced it. Every secret you kept we recorded. Ambassador Velcrick stood up angrily. This is an act of war. You have violated galactic law. Galactic law? Minji laughed, but there was no humor in it. Your law says my children are animals that can be caged and sold. Your law gave criminals permission to hunt my people across the galaxy. The hologram changed one final time. Now it showed a star map with red dots marking every location where humans had been held as slaves. There were hundreds of them. We have found them all, Minji said. Every human taken from Earth, every child sold in your markets, every person forced to work in your facilities. They are all free now. Impossible, Throcknall protested. The logistics alone would require a massive military operation. Yes, it would, Minji agreed. And we completed it in 2 weeks without any of you noticing until it was too late. The alien representatives began talking among themselves in panicked voices. They were realizing that everything they thought they knew about humans was wrong. What do you want? Six Star finally asked. First, you will change your classification of humanity. We are sentient beings with full rights under galactic law. Second, you will make it a crime to trade in human beings. Third, you will pay reparations to every human who was enslaved. And if we refuse? Velkrix asked. Minji smiled, and for the first time the aliens saw her as she really was. Not a primitive representative begging for scraps, but a predator who had been studying her prey for years. Then you will learn why it was a mistake to cage human children, she said simply. The council session ended in chaos. Ambassadors rushed to contact their home governments. Emergency meetings were called. The galaxy's most powerful species suddenly found themselves afraid of the primitives they had been dismissing for years. On Earth, Admiral Kyungsu watched the broadcast with satisfaction. Phase 2 of Operation Awakening was complete. The galaxy now knew that humanity was not what it seemed, but they had not seen anything yet. The real demonstration of human power was still to come. The Vextari homeworld had never seen anything like it. Ships appeared in their space without warning, not on jump routes, not through their carefully monitored gates, but simply materializing from empty space as if they had always been there. Admiral Kyung-soo stood on the bridge of the Earth defense ship Righteous Fury, watching the alien world grow larger on his screens. Behind him, a fleet of 50 human warships hung in space like hungry predators. Admiral, reported Captain Hyo-jin from the communication station, we are receiving frantic messages from the planet's surface. They want to know who we are and how we got past their defenses. Tell them we are here to discuss the return of stolen property, Kyung-soo replied calmly. On the planet below, Emergency Overlord Grixnall was having the worst day of his life. His defense satellites had detected nothing until the human ships were already in orbit. His most advanced sensors showed ships using technology that should not exist. How many vessels? He demanded. 50 confirmed ships, my lord, but our sensors keep losing track of them. It is as if they can become invisible at will. What do they want? They claim we have stolen property that belongs to them. Grixnall thought for a moment. The Vextari had raided dozens of worlds recently. Which property? Humans, my lord. They want us to return all the humans we have captured. Impossible. Humans are non-sentient. They cannot operate ships like these. On the Righteous Fury, Admiral Kyung-soo was losing patience. Captain Hyo-jin, open a channel to the planet's surface. The main screen lit up with the image of Overlord Grixnall. The alien leader had 4 arms, gray skin, and the look of someone who was used to being feared. I am Admiral Kyung-soo of the Earth Defense Fleet, the human began. You have taken our children and sold them as slaves. We want them back, Grixnall laughed. Humans commanding a fleet? This is some kind of trick. Humans are primitive animals. Really? Kyung-soo asked. Captain Yoon-soo, please demonstrate our primitive technology. On the other side of the Vextari system, Captain Yoon-soo received her orders with a smile. The human ship Silent Vengeance moved toward the largest Vextari military base in the system. Target their command center, Yoon-soo ordered. Disable only. We want them functional but helpless. The alien base had shields that could stop nuclear weapons. It had guns that could destroy battlecruisers. It had the most advanced defense systems the Vextari could build. None of it mattered. A beam of pale blue light touched the base's shields. For a moment, nothing happened. Then every system on the base went dark. Shields collapsed, weapons powered down, and life support switched to emergency backup. What was that? Grixnall demanded, watching his most powerful military installation become helpless in seconds. Quantum disruption field, Kyung-soo explained casually. It temporarily disables the molecular bonds in advanced electronics. Very useful for dealing with hostile technology. That is impossible. No species has that capability. You keep saying things are impossible, Kyung-soo observed. Yet here we are. While they talked, human ships spread throughout the Vextari system. Each one moved with perfect precision, taking positions around space stations, military bases, and orbital facilities. Engineer So-young was aboard the ship Technical Solution, and she was having the time of her life. For years, she had been planting hidden programs in alien computer systems. Now it was time to activate them. So-young to Admiral, she reported over the communication system. All Vextari computer networks are compromised. I have control of their communications, their weapons, their life support, and their financial systems. Excellent work, Kyung-soo replied. Show them what we can do. Across the Vextari homeworld, every screen suddenly displayed the same message. Return the humans, or face the consequences. How did you get into our systems? Grixinal asked in shock. We have been inside your system since the first day you made contact with Earth, Kyung-soo explained. Every computer program, every communication device, every piece of technology you use, we put hidden code inside it years ago. But that would mean... Yes. It means we have been controlling your civilization's technology for a very long time. We just chose not to use that control until now. The truth was devastating. The Vextari, like most galactic species, had accepted Earth's basic technology gifts years ago. Simple computer programs, communication protocols, and data storage systems. All of it had seemed harmless. All of it had contained hidden human code. You want proof of our capabilities? Kyung-soo asked. Watch this. Every Vextari military ship in the system suddenly lost power. Weapons went offline, engines shut down, and life support systems switched to minimum power. In 30 seconds, the entire Vextari defense fleet became helpless. This is what happens when humans are patient, Kyung-soo explained. We spent decades learning about you, preparing for the day when we might need to defend ourselves. You thought we were primitive, so you told us all your secrets. Overlord Grixnal was finally beginning to understand the magnitude of his species' mistake. What do you want? I want every human you have ever captured. I want them returned safely, and I want the names of every buyer who purchased humans from you. That information is confidential business data. Kyung-soo smiled coldly. Captain So Young, please show the Overlord our opinion of his confidential data. Every financial record of the Vextari slave trade appeared on screens across their homeworld. Bank accounts, buyer lists, shipping records. Everything was displayed for all to see. We already have your data, Kyung-soo explained. We just wanted to see if you would cooperate. You cannot do this. The Galactic Council will not stand for such aggression. The Galactic Council? Kyung-soo laughed. Captain Hyojin, show him what Ambassador Minji accomplished yesterday. The screen filled with footage from the council chambers. Alien representatives running in panic as human technology capabilities were revealed. The look of terror on Councillor Zixtar's face as he realized humans had been controlling their systems for years. The council is a little busy right now, Kyung-soo explained. They are trying to figure out how many human agents have been operating in their space and how much of their technology we actually control. This is impossible. Grixnal repeated weakly. You keep saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Captain Taijun's voice came over the communication system. Admiral, we have located the human captives on the planet's surface. Requesting permission to begin rescue operations. Permission granted. Use whatever force is necessary to ensure their safety. Wait, Grixnal protested. You cannot just invade our world. Watch us, Kyung-soo replied simply. Across the Vextari homeworld, human rescue teams moved like shadows. They appeared in slave facilities without triggering alarms. They disabled security systems with touches of their hands. They freed human captives who had been trapped for months. The Vextari guards tried to resist, but their weapons would not fire. Their communication systems had been jammed. Their reinforcements could not be contacted. In less than 2 hours, every human on the Vextari homeworld was free. Impossible. Grixnal whispered as he watched his security forces being defeated by technology they could not understand. There is that word again, Kyung-soo observed. Here is what is actually impossible, Overlord. It is impossible for you to continue treating humans as animals. It is impossible for your slave trade to continue operating. And it is impossible for you to pretend this never happened. What happens now? Now you give us the complete list of every human you have ever sold and where they went. You transfer ownership of all your slaving operations to human control, and you pray that we are more merciful than you were to our children. Grixnal looked at his advisors, but they had no answers. The Vextari Empire had built its wealth on the slave trade, and now the humans were taking it all away. If we cooperate, what guarantee do we have that you will not destroy us? Kyung-soo considered this. You will live. Your people will continue to exist, but your days of capturing and selling sentient beings are over forever. And if we refuse? The Admiral's expression became very cold. Then you will learn why it was a mistake to cage human children. As if to demonstrate his point, every Vextari warship in the system suddenly exploded simultaneously. Not destroyed, simply torn apart at the molecular level as if they had never existed. That was a demonstration, Kyung-soo explained calmly. We could do the same thing to your cities, your defense systems, or your entire planet. The choice is yours. Overlord Grixenal stared at the empty space where his mighty fleet had been moments before. The most advanced military force in Vextari history had been erased in seconds by technology he could not comprehend. We will cooperate, he said quietly. Wise choice, Kyung-soo replied. Captain So-young will be downloading your complete records now. Any attempt to hide or destroy information will result in immediate consequences. As human ships spread across the galaxy to free the remaining captives, the Vextari Empire collapsed. The species that had built their civilization on enslaving others watched helplessly as their technology was turned against them by the very people they had thought were primitive animals. The galaxy was learning a hard lesson. Never cage human children, never mistake patience for weakness, and never underestimate a species that chooses to appear harmless while